I watched this episode 4 of Clannad After Story. I don't know what to say. Is that this episode, which is kind of speechless to me, it just really shocked me in so many different ways that how I reflect on my family, how I reflect on my sisters and stuff like that, and like how I reflect on our family members and stuff like that, And I think I said this quite a few times, stuff like that. I don't know what everyone's been through. You know, I don't know. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what I. You guys don't know what I've been through. I told you guys some certain things, but back in the past, and I buried the hatchet over those things and stuff like that, and I still have my demons and stuff like that. That basically, it's just basically just some of those things, stuff like that. We all have gone through a very dark time back in the past, and stuff like that. We all have, and stuff like that. What I like about this episode is basically Suminora is basically the sign of character basically that he really has. I'm talking about the blonde kid. I'm not talking about Tomoe, which I will get into Tomoe here in just a few minutes. But Sumiura, I do believe that's his name. The boy with blonde hair, like I said before. Yeah, he may seem like he's a really annoying character. He may seem like he really actually is, but I mean, I really didn't like him really at first because I mean, you can just tell he can be kind of a jerk sometimes, or kind of creepy or anything like that. I really don't think so or anything like that. I think he's just trying to find, a common for something based in his life. Even though he does have friends and he really does and stuff like that. But basically in this anime right here of this episode, it shows a darker side that you usually don't even see basically in an anime like this, basically in episode 4. Sometimes this does happen, but sometimes it really does not happen. It really does not happen. But I really am glad that the people that make this anime with Clannad is just basically that this episode, like, this is one of my most favorite episodes right now. I'm not gonna lie, it really actually is. It really speaks up really a lot, and it really does. And from basically for me, and it just really actually is. It's just like seeing him. He has a baby sister. His sister probably goes to the same school as him. I'm not so sure, or she must go to another school, which I really don't even know. Which I really don't even know. One thing about that I like about May is that she loves her brother. She really does. She's always there for him and stuff like that. And the point I'm trying to make here is that, like, Tomoya got kicked off not Tomoya, Sumiura. He got kicked off the soccer team because some group of guys just saying a lot of languages. There's a lot of languages in this episode. It's just something very bizarre that you really don't even see basically in slice of anime. So, but this is the first time that I've ever seen an episode in slice of anime that will just go so far when it's just a relationship of a family member to another and stuff like that and I definitely do agree on the fact family is family. I definitely do agree with that and stuff like that, because I mean, I think I want people just to really just understand, like, whatever that you're going through and stuff like that, you don't have to talk about it or anything like that. I mean, sometimes it's not something that you should talk about or anything like that, but it's just basically something like maybe you do feel more comfortable maybe talking about and stuff like that. Even though, basically, my girlfriend, I said many times, I don't know what she's been through. I don't know what she has gone through basically in life. I don't know what she's first gone through. I don't know. She doesn't know what I gone through. I don't know what you guys have gone through, and stuff like that. And that's something I don't want to ask. I just don't want people, just basically ask, like, what have you gone through and stuff like that. And, sometimes I'll be open and honest about, about what I've gone through, but it's just some things that it just basically feels to me. I feel like May is just like, she's apologizing and she's saying, like, I don't want to bring my troubles into your guys' lives and stuff like that. And I do respect it, and I do respect it. But one thing I like of Tomoya is that it's not just because, like, he wants to put himself involved based of a family, of a situation, but I really want to say this also as well too, because I think Tomoya, his heart is in the right place, because that's his friend, that's his best friend, so with that. And one thing I will say is also well too, when it comes around, which I totally do respect this, and I really actually do. But when it comes around, and you're like saying stuff about your sister or your family or and stuff like that, sometimes that really tends to really get Tomoya very upset. And because let's look at it like this, all right? Tomoya, he has a really bad relationship with his father. Okay, we, I mean, whatever his father has been through, or whatever he has been through, and stuff like that, he may not be the best father that he ever had, and stuff like that, and stuff like that, and stuff. I can just basically, I can just know, like, basically, just like his dad is drunk and stuff like that. He won't sober, and he's still living in the apartment. The apartment's a mess and stuff like that, and stuff. And stuff, even though the father tried to reconcile it with Tomoya and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say here is basically like what Tomoya basically he really actually did, fighting his old friend, and just like telling him, say like, dude, this is your sister. This is what you need to do. You need to reconcile with your sister, and that's what he should do. And that's what he should do. And because one thing I like about May is that she really stood up for herself. Not only because for herself, because she stood up for herself, for her brother against those guys. One thing that really got me surprised, that this is normally that you don't ever see in a slice of anime, like I said, for the amount of the graphics that you basically see in this episode and stuff like that, it's quite shocking and stuff like that. And one thing I didn't like about what Tomoya is that, I'm not saying I hate this for anything like that. I really wish that Tomoya would have just gotten involved and just basically, I know Tomoya would basically love to get these guys to roll thrashing. That's basically what happened and stuff like that. And that's basically what it basically seems to me. Everything that they said, it really makes Tomoya really upset. Yeah, I mean, it would make me very upset also too, just to see that. Basically see that to happen to one of my friends or stuff like that, or any of my family members. If it comes around with one of my family members, I'm not going to tolerate that kind of stuff. I really am not. I don't tolerate any of that kind of stuff and stuff like that. It's just basically that's just all. Basically, I'm just saying. It's just I don't want to see that. I just really don't. I maybe seem like I'm the kind of guy who basically can't hold a grudge, but I try my very best not to hold a grudge, and I try my very best just to let people know. I mean, there's so much I cannot even control. There's so much that nobody can't really even basically even control. And like I said, family's family. It basically really actually is. And just see May basically in there, just see one of those guys grabbing May and just like trying like hurting her and stuff, and it just really kind of pisses me off. And it really does. It's just something that, like, when you pick on someone, on a sister or anything like that, then you're asking for trouble, and really actually is. And the reason I'm saying that because I mean that's their sister. I'm old. I'm 41 years old. Fixed to be 41. I'm not 41. I'm fixed to be 42 in August. I have two sisters. I have a middle sister. I have a younger sister. And I do whatever I can to support my sisters. I wish that I was there to basically defend my sisters and stuff like that. And basically, when it comes around, basically with this, basically of this episode, is that I want people just to really just look at this episode and just basically judge for yourself. Like, would you should have done that? Would you should have done that? And you could ask my girlfriend. I was very, very shocked because like I said before, what those Sakura's guys did right there, they picked her up by the hand, they grabbed her by the hand, and she was sitting there crying and stuff like that. And I was freaking out, and I really was, because the reason why I saw that, because I never seen that like that before, basically in the slice life anime. That's the very first time I've ever seen that a slice life anime. What, not just only because to basically go graphic, basically in the slice life anime, but how they present to trigger somebody, saying like, yeah, that's what I've been through. I've been through that kind of situation and stuff like that. But and stuff like that. I mean, when it comes to basically is that my sister, they can take care of themselves and stuff like that. I do understand. But they don't want me to worry. Basically get really upset and stuff like that. But even though basically with my dad, when we were kids and stuff like that, if anything were happening to my sisters, then yeah, my dad would have come after me and just basically skin my hide. I'm not joking. And stuff like that. And I basically my girlfriend basically with her brother, and stuff like that, their brother and sisters, I mean, he defends for her, he's in the military and stuff like that. You don't want to mess with a guy in the military who has a sister or has a wife or anything like that. But even though I'm just saying, because that's just how people really are, basically, just nowadays and stuff like that. But I would say that, like I said, for basically this episode 4 is, it really blows blows really a lot out of this episode. It's, to me, 10 out of 10. It's very, very powerful. It's really good. But this is the only anime I see from in Clannad that you will never ever will see from any other different animes that you basically just see. And when it comes to family, so yeah, was a very very powerful episode. Like I said, I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. I don't care what anyone says, but like I said, I don't care what anyone says. I love this anime. I love this anime. I really, really do. I think everyone should go and watch it. Should go and watch this anime. One thing I definitely want to say also about too, in regards to season 1. Season 1 didn't really show really much of the feels basically in the anime. Really didn't. But I like the very first arc, basically going into season 1 is basically Fuka, because I love Fuka. I love Fuka. Fuka is one of my favorite characters basically anime. She's so adorable. She really actually is. I love how she's giving the stars and stuff like that. And it's just like I fell in love with that girl, and it's just basically she's basically such a really such a nice character basically when it comes to basically its anime. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah. Those are overall my opinions. Stuff like that. But we know that Fuka says we just know. So yeah. But yeah, and it was that's it for this video. I don't know if some of you guys may agree with me or anything like that, but basically what I'm saying in regards to basically this episode and basically the review of this episode and basically in this Clannad anime, it still blows me away. It really does. But yeah, anyways, this is Unwits. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and please hit the notification bell as well just to let you guys watch my videos. And please leave a comment as well. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, I love you guys. Stay safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.